Welcoming you back to Crypto's Juiciest News. The President Pump is back. He's back in the Oval Office, friends. Here he is, live and fresh. It could be a lizard suit. You never know.
And you'll see. And there's more where that came from. We have a lot of drugs pouring into our country, coming in.
Woo! I mean, it's going to be one hell of a party. You heard it from him as well. I bet he's fun on Friday nights and maybe Tuesday nights too. So, did Michael Saylor buy more Bitcoin? Is Ethereum Foundation going to sell more Ethereum? Toyota coming to crypto, all of that coming your way and more, friends. But first, we're going to have a look at the BTC monthly candle. It is ticky green, which is beautiful to see. It is ticky green, $111,000. We are moving into Rectember, maybe UpTember. Remember, it's usually a poopy month, but we did have a poopy August, so maybe that's enough to clear it. This is Ethereum. Ethereum stalled a bit, $4,300. I'm going to go through just show you some more. I've got a lot of episodes, got a lot of charts coming here. We're going to go through just some blockchain backer stuff as well. This is pretty much the ETH BTC ratio still hanging around here. It's very standard. I mean, Ethereum just went up only 250%. So it makes sense that these things kind of stall out. It's just sad that a lot of the other altcoins didn't react at all still, and it's been this long. It's been the worst, longest cycle ever. But yeah, I guess we'll see what happens. You know what I mean? We're almost at 4 trillion market cap. Again, here is the total crypto market cap. It's at 3.78. A lot of people still think it's like really over soon. They have a lot of PTSD, which is totally fine by me. I love seeing PTSD. Let's pump it. So we do have a lot of PTSD, but also we can't deny the fact that we've been running the longest cycle ever. This is the 6-month candles. If we finish green here, it'll be literally the longest cycle ever. And what are we going to do about it? I mean, like, you know, it's going to be one hell of a ball squeezer as well. We got to get the 4-year cyclers out. I don't know where they're going to sell, but I got a feeling any jitteroonies they're going to be selling. You got to think, my friends, who's actually buying now? Who's actually going to be buying now? It's Wall Street. Wall Street are buying now. And that's why a lot of people believe it's over. They go, well, Wall Street's buying. Well, do you want to get out though? You've been calling them suckers the whole time. You've been wanting to sell them. Okay, they're buying now. Do you want to get out now? It's an interesting question to think about, isn't it? I'm not getting out because I don't see euphoria. It's like Wall Street are coming in, they're bidding, but it's so scary for them because they want them to be like bidding at the very top. They don't do that, man. They convince you that there's a lot of money and then they get the grandmas and grandpas in. That's just how Wall Street works. But for now, you know, we still have to battle and battle. This is the Ethereum chart hanging around 4,300. I'm going to go show you some fractals and stuff out here because it's going to get a bit spicy, but as a clarification, friends, we do have the US, the PMI data. It's come out and it's 48.7. So 48.7. Oh my gosh, man. That means now live, you and me are going to have to bring out the business cycle chart. And now instead of 33 months, we now get a record of 34 months in the pooper, which just, you know, confirms that everything's garbage. Here we are, 48.7. So, man, I really thought it would tick up. There we go. There we go. 34 months. My gosh, continuing this streak forever and ever and ever. I'm kind of glad it's this number this low. It gives me more conviction. Okay, there's no way we're ending soon. No freaking way we're ending soon. Zero chance. No one's been like, okay, but you got to think about, okay, what would an end mean? It means things start cracking. If things start cracking and prices go low, yeah, but people never went and spent stupid amounts of money. So they're in an okay position to weather the storm. Okay? 34 months. What an absolute abomination. So you got to remember, friends, as well, the alt season traditionally, remember, because altcoins are a reflection of the business cycle. Yes? They are one in the same. They happen at the same time. No one in crypto knows that. Why? Because they don't do their research. Because they're sucking on the feet of the LA Vape Cabal, or they're sucking off some VC who's telling them about some project that hasn't released their token and telling them, hey, peasants, go and farm this airdrop over here. I actually want to go into the weeds and see what's going on. And of course, I discovered, and thanks to Raoul Pal as well, we could see that, friends, under 52, it's garbage. It's literally total garbage, right? Total garbage. Man, this was only 10 months. This was only 12 months. The cycle before that. Okay, in 2013, it was only 6 months. My gosh, you could tell that with 34 months. What kind of abomination is this? What's going on? One of you pedophiles? You got some corn of mini adults on your computers? What the hell are you doing? You're cursing the rest of us. I don't know what to do, friends. I'm going to keep lighting candles because in these times, that's all we pretty much got. So, yeah, what does that actually mean? If you're new, friends, we've got a lot of people. You know, your plumbers, your nurses, your teachers. What it basically means is, okay, I've told you before. Remember the metaphor of the clouds and it's raining. Imagine you were trying to host a picnic, and it's literally, let's say you're hosting the picnic, and it literally starts raining. Right, it starts raining on everyone. Imagine someone judged you and your picnic and the food. Imagine they judged the food. Imagine you made a nice pasta. Let's say you cut up some tomatoes. You made some cute little bruschettas. Let's say you even cut up some watermelon, right? And some peeled oranges, of course. Okay, so it's a party. It's one hell of a party, you know. And imagine someone said, "Nah, your pasta's actually trash because it's raining." You'd be like, what are you talking about, bro? The pasta has nothing to do with the rain. That's what I'm talking to you about in altcoins, okay? When people conclude altcoins are trash, this altcoin doesn't have good game mechanics, or this thing has no demand, basically what they're doing is they're walking outside and they're seeing that it's literally thunderstorming and raining, okay? It's literally raining outside, and they're saying, oh, well, all of these are garbage. No, it's just raining outside. It's raining outside. That's why it's a reflection of the business cycle. It's a business confidence, because crypto, we're long duration assets, right? Very long duration assets. Because it's a network, right? You're betting that the network keeps growing into the future. It's making, like cash flow revenue now. You're betting on the GDP growth, right? That's what it comes down to. So anything that's not happening today, it doesn't matter. You're thinking about the future. But people don't want to feel like they can think about the future until the business cycle is actually cranking. That's when their actual real businesses today are making money. Okay, like maybe you're making more income, maybe you get a bit of a pay rise and everything out here. But we haven't seen that. So that's what we're ultimately waiting for. We're waiting for the next piece of data as well. On Friday is going to be the US unemployment data. Remember, that's US non-farm payrolls. If the unemployment ticks up, maybe there'll be more aggressive pricing in of the US rate cuts and everything out here. This is the global liquidity fractal cranking on through. So Bitcoin hopefully starts to reverse up. Remember, $111,000. It came back through. So yeah, no one knows obviously what's going on, friends. We're trying to wing it day by day. Everyone has all these opinions, down and up and down. No one gives a crap. All I know is we are now 2 green months in a row for others BTC. I hope that it finishes green, but actually, I know I keep saying this, but man, I wouldn't mind it if it finished a tiny bit of red just to kind of reset it. Man, that'll really throw a spanner into the works if we get that. I'm going to show you some charts now, friends. So what are we all waiting for? Mr. Russell 2000. Okay, but the thing is, the Russell 2000 goes up with the business cycle at the same time. They're pretty much not one-for-one exact correlation, but if there is forward business cycle good stuff coming, the Russell 2000 starts pricing up today, and then you'll see it in the data in 30 days from now. Okay, so this is the Russell 2000, very, very racist, an extremely racist person, some say. Quite the racist. So racist Russell 2000, here he is. This is the all-time high. We got scammed at the end of last year. It came up here, literally nicked the top, and then just came all the way back down. Talk about one hell of a scam. So yeah, that's why we're relying on whatever narrative you want to believe in, right? Where Trump says we're bringing it back, we're bringing manufacturing back, we're AI, tech, cryptos are whatever. You don't know what the lightning rod moment's exactly going to be. We just hope that it comes. This is the racist Russell 2000 with crypto. See total 3. They correlate, friends. So the whole point to show you this is to show the correlation of them. They go up together, down. There's this down period together. They go sideways together. Then they rise up together. Then we have the the dune part. See what I mean? Going down. So total 3 stayed up like this. But remember, total 3's got a bit of racism in it because it's got like it's got stable coins and stuff in there. It's got the top 10 in there. I think it's also been supported by BNB and XRP, which is making this chart look better than what it is. But there's the scale and everything. Remember, you got to use a log chart. I think there's a log chart for that total 3. But ultimately, you can just see we're right here. We're in this pause period. We need everything to go up together, and then we'll be moving up together. That'll be all the risk on assets, which we love. This chart, friends, is showing you all the NASDAQ. So you can see the NASDAQ, the Dow Jones, S&P 500. You can see all that. Look at the poop. These are the poopers. You see these indexes? These are US indexes, friends. You see all, look what's up here. Look, you can see it. you can see that there's a big disconnect of what's going on with these indexes. They all used to be together, and then in our recovery, remember this is 2022, now we're moving into 2023 down here. This is pretty much our cycle. You can see there's some stocks, you know, they've pretty much gone and thrashed the highs and pretty much carrying everything else. They call them the Magnificent Seven because the biggest network effects. That's it as well, friends. Remember, you understand Metcalfe's law. You don't need the cash flow generation right now. You just need the people. I mean, just think about a telephone, right? If two people can call themselves, right? One person calls another person, that's cool. But then if you add another person, and now if you have 3 people, then you pretty much can, there's 9 different conversations that can happen. If you have 10 people, now there's 100, right? If you have, 30 people, now there's 900. So it's starting to go exponential. So it knows you don't even need to be making money. You just need the connection. That's it. You just need to be their friend. That's pretty much it. That's understanding crypto. That's why that's how cities are valued as well. Pretty much when you look at it. Because if you grab a lump of people, like perfect example, friends, Dubai, no one's gonna sell you the entire city, country, state of Dubai. No one's gonna sell you Dubai for $6. Because they go, oh, golly gee, we didn't connect any tax revenue. Gosh, can't do anything. See what I mean? There's businesses in there. There's GDP of that. That's pretty much, that's cities. That's why crypto is extremely volatile. Because when you go into a crypto, you're going in digitally. So you can go in really fast, but you can leave really fast. Yeah. With countries, it doesn't happen. When people go in, they settle into a country. They have a baby or 2 or 7. And then, they subscribe. They go to the school, right? They go to the sandwich shop. Do you know what I mean? They start hiring people. They're like, oh, I'm not leaving for at least 10 years. Do you see what I mean? That's why cities, they have less price volatility. GDP has less price volatility than crypto. With crypto, it's just, oh, I like you today. They go, oh, I don't like you anymore. I'm out. You just click out. But that's also what makes it kind of exciting, right? But it's also exciting on the upside. Hopefully we get that. This, friends, is the Ethereum price chart. You can see it's Ethereum price chart just shown from something of the fractal of the past and Russell 2000. You actually see the Ethereum and Russell 2000 going up, going down together. You can see it, the V. And then on the bottom is you have the Bitcoin price chart showing the zombie virus capitulation here. And we're hoping that this is where we are right now. See, the arrows are showing you we're ready. Ethereum is doing this bull flag thing, and it's literally time to go up only. So that would hopefully bring up Ethereum to 7,300. And then we're going to unlock a new level of people who are schizo, thinking that the cycle's over. Let's see my friend who is simultaneously a playboy and a penguin. He says, the Ethereum chart shows a total scam happened. It was a beautiful wank-off setup. Now it's back. Should be to the moonshot phase. Now let's see. So yes, friends, I'm actually going to show you. There's like this Elliott wave thing that it did, but no one knows it's happening in real time, man. But, friends, the thing is, what you'll find is, so this is what he's talking about, okay? This is what I'm showing. This is what he's talking about. This is what Ethereum did. This was Trump winning. Ethereum comes and basically it's all over. Okay, scams you thinking it's starting, and then actually it's all over, right? Man, friends, I can't believe it. I called the dark prophecy 3 years ago, man. I called the dark prophecy. 80 to 100K. Everyone thinks it's just getting started. Everything's how did that happen, man? That's wild. But the only reason I still stay in is altcoins are not euphoric. Everything else happened, just the altcoins weren't euphoric. But I think about that, man. Oh man. But now you're wondering as well, what am I seeing? Now I'm here 18 hours a day. What am I seeing? Man, it's just, we got to get look, what I'm feeling, what I'm really feeling and sniffing is we're going to have to mog the 4-year cyclers. Okay, we're going to have to mog them good. We're going to have to mog the 4-year cyclers. So they're going to get out and we're going to have to get them back in later on. Yeah, we're just going to have to get them back in. That's what I feel like that's how it's going to have to be programmed. Like I said, friends, what I'm guessing is maybe Bitcoin finishes 200K by the end of this year. And then next year, Bitcoin pings up in January, February, it's pinging up to 240. Something like that. 240, 250. And everyone thinks, oh my gosh, all of 2026 is going to be amazing. But then Bitcoin starts stalling out sideways, but everyone thinks it's just charging in the zone. And then we have the final alt seasons. But then by June next year, June 30th, we have a red candle close for the 6-month period. So if Bitcoin finishes this year 200K and it goes to 240, it's got to finish below 200 by June next year. And then you'll have the red candle. And then, So if you've got to remember as well, friends, there's some strange occurrences with these candle colors of Bitcoin that has happened. So for example, in a bear market, the bear market pretty much, when do you buy back in, friends? When you're out, you got to wait for. So after the post Bitcoin halving year, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8. So 3 out of 3 times there were 8 red monthly candles, 8 of them. Okay, so it doesn't mean you exactly time the bottom. You do in like 1 or 2 of them, but not always. But it kind of helps you to wait. You know what I mean? Like if things get cheaper, you're waiting for the 8. And see, the thing is, you don't know the distance as well. You don't know how low it's going to go. You're not trying to say that. You just say, look, when I see 8 red monthly candles, I'm getting in. Don't care how long it takes. So that might be something to think about when it comes to next year. Like you never know, friends, right? Bitcoin could hit its 240K mark. It could hit it in January, right? It could hit it. It could start off with the year with the green candle. But somehow throughout next year, there's 8. You know, there's just 8, because that's bear market stuff. Where you have 8 there'll be 4 green, and there'll be 8 red. So that I'm just showing you that's how you plan ahead for this stuff. But we still haven't got the euphoria. We need others BTC to crank up. So we'll see. This is Bitcoin's chart, and obviously there is a discrepancy, right? Did we just peak out forever? Obviously, a lot of people will say if Bitcoin cracks down lower, everyone's going to make a case for it actually being over. So hopefully we don't get that part. So we'll see. I'm going to show you now some Bitcoin dominance as well, just some daily correlation charts. Remember, friends, all of BCB's charts, I show them for you already. It's just that he uses daily charts. He just uses some closer correlation stuff. I show you the weeklies and the monthly, looking at the exact same information. It's just something different. Change it up from time to time. Make it nice and spicy for you. So this is Bitcoin. You can see the Bitcoin's price chart. This red line is the Bitcoin dominance. Okay, you can see it all peaked right here was Saturday Night Live, Elon Musk, Dogecoin Mania. Right there. The very, very, very end. The top bank. And it was all over. You see that? Now, when this is Elon Musk buying Bitcoin right here. And then you can see the Bitcoin dominance goes ticky, 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 ticky. I'm going to go down the red line and then bang, 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 bang. That's Ethereum catching up and doing all these big moves. And you know, it's just 50 days of that. 50 days of euphoria. That's it. So look what we're seeing now. Right now, we are seeing, Bitcoin is ticking down sideways. And look, the Bitcoin dominance is now starting to roll over. So I guess we'll see, right? Does Bitcoin start to go up and Bitcoin dominance start to even go lower? That might be a continuation of everything. Yeah, but once again, I know looking at this closer stuff, friends, I know there's dailies and all these other clues, but I'm not scared, bro. There's only 2 green others BTC candles. There's only 2 of them in a row. I am not scared whatsoever. I don't care what your little shitty daily charts do. I don't care. I know, friends, look, I've shown you this so many times. The power to crypto and markets, it's not in your little daily charts. Okay? It's in weeklies and monthlies. Yeah, looking at the little daily correlation up and down, that's not actually the power. The power is in the super long time frame, because that's what happens, right? You climb up little steps, right? You go 2 steps forward, 1 step back. But if you look at the monthly chart, you can see that you've climbed the freaking Burj Khalifa. But if you're looking at the dailies, it just looks like up and down. You're looking for these weird erratic patterns. You can't see because you're looking at the step in front of you and behind you. That's it. But if you're looking at monthly candle, you're looking all the way down at the bottom of the Burj Khalifa. You can see that. You can't see that on the daily charts, because when you zoom in, you can't see anything. Now, where are we going to go from here, friends? Let's play some angel music. Let's play some angel music and let's swim into the next scene together. You and I just swimming through UpTember. This is Bitcoin, and you have like these little fractals from its previous chart pattern. There could be, so where we are, we're right here, okay? There could be another double bottom that tests like 106 or whatever. And then we go up only. So I'm just showing you that. If we wake up, you wake up one day, you just see things poop in the bed, Bitcoin's down another couple of $1,000, you know what I mean? Instead of 111,000, let's say it's down to like 105. You just, at least you're just mentally prepared for that type of trickery and scamming, okay? I have another chart here just to show you more correlations. So, fans, blockchain backer thinks it's really over. He thinks, remember, this is the Russell 2000, and we have altcoins. He thinks we are having the final little run here. Russell 2000's going there, and then it's all over. I think it's literally all over. Could be. I don't know, but I'm just showing you. Everyone's totally skits. Everyone's really totally skits. I'm going to show you some XRP chart as well. So this is what he thinks is coming. So I guess what he thinks. I want to show you just where people are coming from, right? He thinks XRP is going to teleport to $10. He gets to sell with XRP guys, and it's all over for the whole crypto industry. You know what I mean? I'm just telling you bluntly. That's it. That's pretty much what they're saying. Okay, you know, because it's like 30-minute videos and stuff like that. But what he's saying is, in the next few weeks, your coin's going to hit the highest fib. XRP is going to be 550 billion market cap. You get to sell, and all of us to chump somewhere out. You know, we'll see. This is where we have the XRP chart. XRP is doing this triangle. You can see it's doing this little triangle. So everyone hopes that it breaks up through, I guess, and goes up. XRP hanging around $2.70. Friends, I'm sure you're looking at it like, Somi, didn't you show us like a month ago? Wasn't XRP meant to like be doing this like higher, grinding up and starting to pop by now? I know. Yeah, what happened to that? I don't know, man. This is what happens. Friends, every time I see anybody using less than like a freaking weekly and a monthly chart, the amount of goalposts moving, oh my gosh, dude, it's insane. Just everything's moving a goalpost everywhere, which I know what we're constantly doing, but like this, they get so specific. They're like, we're going to go exactly 3.222 recurring percent, then drop 0.16654.3%. Oh, we just went up 10% in a straight line. Okay, scratch that. Moving the goalposts. That's pretty much a day in the life of watching all these TA dudes. Now, let's check out the news, friends. So, MicroStrategy Saylor has bought 4,000 more BTC for $450 million. We're going to go to Saylor Tracker, and we're going to check out Bitcoin treasuries. So, Saylor buying 4,000 more BTC. Remember, his average price is starting to move up, but it's not actually moving up that much, friends. And also, this trashy Saylor Tracker website, now I'm still left as it's taking 20 seconds to load this garbage website. It's still doing a spinning circle stuff. I don't know why, but why are you trying to fix something that was never broken in the first place? Now this rubbish website is taking forever. I'm already bored of it. Here we go. His average cost somehow has gone down, which is impossible. I don't understand why do you do this? Why do you do this to yourself, bro? Why do you do this to yourselves? But here we have Saylor. Man, this whole web. You bonked it. You botched it. You go fix it, man. You guys got big heads because you kept posting the website. I don't want to look at your trash website anymore. So let's go look at Bitcoin treasuries. Here you have the NAV of MicroStrategy is 1.37. That's the thing, friends. You just look. A lot of people say, "Oh, don't worry, Michael Saylor and MicroStrategy, they're going to be great in the bear market because they're not going to liquidate." Let me tell you something about markets. Okay, when you have a gem or a strong, reliable coin or company or stock, it still goes on a huge discount. It's just that you know to buy that huge discount instead of the FTX Ponzi, for example, equivalent. Do you get what I mean? Right? Because you're strong, it doesn't mean you don't go to a massive discount. You go to a huge discount. It's just that people can identify you, right? And by the way, people don't even feel like buying it when it's all the way down there. That's what ends up happening. Remember Grayscale BTC? No one wanted to buy GBTC because I thought it was going to be a world recession in 2023. Here is MetaPlanet ticking down as well. I always check MetaPlanet, friends. MetaPlanet and MicroStrategy. So their NAV is the Bitcoin priced on their balance sheet. So yeah. Also, we have, friends, Gemini. Gemini have targeted a $317 million raise in NASDAQ IPO listing at a $2.22 billion valuation under the ticker GEMI. So what we might find, part of exotic top signals, we might find crime season goes into literal overdrive. So crime season, friends, will be Tron's IPO. Okay, Tron has an IPO. Probably find Ripple do an IPO. So they actually release stocks to the share market. And you see the other exchanges, there'll probably be Kraken and Gemini. So if they just have like a whole host of like listing all the exchanges and stuff out here, that might be a classic we're all exiting signal. You know, I was waiting for that in 2021. Didn't happen though. Didn't happen because of the, I guess didn't go high enough, you know, and everyone blames on Gary Gensler, but I guess it was too early. President Pump says there will be an emergency meeting tomorrow on the tariff ruling. So I'm not exactly sure why anyone cares at this point. We've seen thousands of tariff, up and down, left, right. Just get that racist Russell 2000 up. You know what I mean? Sprinkle some white friends in his next birthday party. President Pump says the stock market goes down because of uncertainty. So everyone pretty much knows this now. It's kind of funny. I've heard that a lot. Yeah, that's it, friends. The market, it can handle bad stuff all the time. It just doesn't like things. It has no idea what's going on when there's a lot of question marks. It does not like that. It gives, because everyone always assumes the worst. Ethereum Foundation is intending to sell 10,000 ETH worth $43 million. So they're gonna do a research and development, R&D. And a lot of Soylana maxis have come out and they started pooping all over Ethereum. It's kind of funny, friends. The only way for Sol ETH ratio to go up is by Ethereum going down, which is just funny. So with Ethereum Foundation, you got to remember, friends, they're selling 10,000 ETH, but Charlie bought 1.4 million. Right? I think he bought 1.2 million, the real number. He had 300,000. He bought another 1.2 million. So of the quantity. So I think it's going to be all right. You're also going to see, friends, Ethereum's going to have like a disbelief continuation because all the Soylana people are going to be like, oh, but what I mean, but the Ethereum Foundation is selling. Why is this thing going up? Because it's irrelevant, dude. It's irrelevant. Hong Kong listed Yongfen Financial linked to Jack Ma acquired 10,000 ETH to support its expansion into Web3 and tokenized finance. So remember, friends, with Ethereum, the model, look, Vitalik, it's a bet on who do you think is smarter, Vitalik or Anatoly? You know, obviously all the Soylana people say Anatoly. It's who do you think is smarter? Do you think Vitalik, he's fading Soylana's model because Vitalik just wants to, or do you think Vitalik can see the future and he can see that every of these big companies, they're just going to make their own chain anyway and they're going to hook in? There's no point breaking all our decentralization principles and credible neutrality to be able to make things faster, because that's what ended up happening, friends. They did all the research, they checked it out, the Ethereum guys all concluded, you know, after all these research, it's like giga nerd research, right? They saw that, okay, the cheaper you make your thing, the more spam comes in. Okay, I mean, like, it's funny, just look at Pump Fund. Look at, there's literally just spam trash everywhere, right? The cheaper you make your transactions, you just accommodate for more spam, more things like brochures and stuff being put out all into the world. And then like Soylana trying to do something where like app specific. So if your app is using a lot of gas fees, it raises. I got a feeling someone's gonna game it one day and do something. I don't know why. I got a feeling like if that was easily able to be done, then Vitalik would have done it. Avalanche and Toyota Blockchain Lab are developing on-chain infrastructure to support autonomous robo-taxi fleets and mobility services. This is one of those things where Avalanche goes up, you hear like your random uncle, he like buys Avalanche as another L1 token, and then he just shows you some article like, oh, they're going to use this for robo-taxi. And you know, like, dude, we're like 8 years away from that. This is just one of those things. They just put these buzzwords because that just seems to stick. Even though the robo-taxis are coming. Shout out to all my baby dolls in Philippines. Blockchain, the budget bill has been officially filed to put Peter Hart national budget on blockchain for transparency. So there's this obviously kind of this push that we've seen to put crypto data, to put everything on the blockchain. We don't really care. We want price go up. I guess it is good for transparency, but the data's rigged in the first place anyway. So who cares, right? But we care. Just say the word blockchain and pump our bags. ESMA's executive director, Natasha, warns tokenized stocks could mislead investors since they don't provide the same shareholder rights as direct ownership. So here's Natasha. She's from somewhere in Europe. I guess you'd go her. Stocks are boring in crypto. It's just crypto boring. Like everyone's like, oh, I want to trade the stocks. Oh, but then you see, bro, they go up 1.2% and everybody goes euphoric in them. Whoa, 1.2%. That's just slippage to get in, man. So, but it's good. We're making all these stock market boomers capitulate, you know? So, where to from here, friends? Well, everybody's still stuck in the GIMP suit. We're all slaves to the Bitcoin and Ethereum price. You remember that, friends? We are all slaves to them. And you all want to know where we're going to from here. Well, Rectember, UpTember, Downtember. Hopefully, we do see that little BCB type of thingamajig fractal play out. Bitcoin at least is starting off with some hope. Starting off green. I can't see, but how's it all over in like 3 weekly candles again? You know what I mean? Like it's meant to be over here and then here and then here. It's whatever. We'll just wait and wait and wait and wait. I think it's all going to reveal itself to us. I've just got a strange feeling we'll see stuff like, you know, all these IPO listings and Binance, maybe Binance even lists and Tron lists IPO. We just see this stream of it, and there's some sort of old season stuff out here, and it just all happens all at the same time within the same couple of months. Maybe it's next year. Until that, you and I are going to make it. Like, subscribe, belly button, or catch you soon.